Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about inverse variation. And we're going to express each of the following statements as mathematical equation. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now before we answer number 1 and number 2 class, let's understand more what is inverse variation. Now if you have a statement class y varies inversely as x, you can just simply write this one as y equals k over x. Now, the key word there, class, if you have the word inversely, there's something to do with division. That's why, class, our equation, we have y equals k over x. Now, do not be confused with k, class. K is what we call the constant. If you're dealing with variation, you always deal with k. And k is what we call the constant. Once again, class, y varies inversely as x. Simply write that one y equals k over x. The key word is what we call inversely. Inversely, there's something to do with division. So y equals k over x. Now in inverse variation class, if your x value increases, your y value will be decreasing. That would be opposite direction class. It's very different for the direct variation. Because in direct variation, if you still remember class, once again, in direct variation, if your x value will be increasing, your y value will be increasing. But in inverse variation, if your x value increases, your y value will be decreasing. So that would be opposite direction class. So therefore, in inverse variation, if your x value will be decreasing, your y value will be increasing. So that's always opposite direction class. Alright, now in this scenario class, you can also write this one as y is inversely proportional to x. Inversely proportional to x. Once again, class, you can just simply write this one, y is inversely proportional to x, and you will have the same answer. That would be y equals k over x. So I hope you understand this one, class, with regards to inverse variation. Let me give you another example, class. Let's have another letter. What if I say, okay, let's have another letter, class. What if I say A varies inversely as B? Inversely as B. How will you write this one, class? Could you try? A varies inversely as B. How will you write this one? That's correct. It should be A equals K over B. So you always deal with K. And K is what we call the constant. So inversely, there's something to do with division. That's why we have A equals K over B. So I hope you understand this one, class, with regards to inverse variation. So let's answer number 1 and number 2. Alright, so number 1, the number of pizza slices P. So once again, P denoted by the word pizza. So the number of pizza slices P varies inversely as the number of persons N. So the number of persons are denoted by N. The number of persons N sharing a whole pizza. So to write this one, once again, we have P varies inversely. So P, if it's small p, you write small p. So P varies inversely. So equals, then do not forget K, inversely as the number of persons N. So varies inversely as N. So K over N. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 1. Once again, class, this is small p. Do not forget, if you have capital P, use capital P. If you have small p, you use small p. Always remember that one, class. Be careful in writing the equation. So we have small p. So P varies inversely as N. So P varies inversely as the number of persons N. So P varies inversely as N. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 1. Easy as that, class. Easy, right, for number 1? Alright, let's have number 2. The number of persons is needed to do a job varies inversely. So once again, the number of persons, so representing for N, needed to do a job varies inversely as the number of days. So the number of days represented by letter D, small d, to finish the job. So that would be N varies inversely. So N varies inversely. N, number of persons needed. So N varies inversely as the number of days. So N equals K over D. That's it, class. Easy as that, class, for example number 2. Easy, right, for this one? Alright, so let's work on example number 3. D varies inversely as the square of C. So how you write this one, class? That's correct. That would be D equals, once again, you have the word inversely, keyword there, inversely. There's something to do with division. So that would be D equals K over the square of C. So that would be C squared. So square of C, that would be C squared. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 3. Easy as that, class. Alright, so you try this one, class, number 4, and then we will be answering number 5. Last example, class, number 5. So once again, you try this one, number 4. The force of attraction F between two opposite electrical charges is inversely proportional as the square of the distance D between them. So we have F for the force, representing for the force, and then we have D for the distance. So you try number 4, class, and you put your answer on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So let's proceed to example number 5, last example, class. Y varies inversely as the cube of x. So how do you write this one, class? So y varies inversely as the cube of x. So you have inversely, therefore there's something to do with division. So y equals k over the cube of x, so that would be x cubed. X raised to the power of 3. Or you can write it 1x cubed. Alright, so cube of x, that would be x cubed. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 5. All set for inverse variation, class. So I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.